Hey everyone. So we are back. Both Coach Tommy and I are going to be out of town this week. And so we are offering up this great lesson on handling rumors and gossip, also known as indirect bullying, right? And so before we get into that, we just wanted to give you a reminder about the practices that are so effective at regulating your own nervous system, right? So we've gone over one that is awesome, the physiological sigh, also known as the in out breath. So you breathe in, then you breathe in again, and then you blow out. Nice. You can do that 2 or 3 times, and it really, really brings your nervous system back to a calm and regulated state. Another one that we haven't taught is called dots and squeezes, right? So this is something you can do with your hands, okay? And you can press in on your hand at the root of your thumb, and you can press in at each of the finger joints. And what the hands give our nervous system so much information. What this does for our nervous system is that it tells us that we're okay. It grounds us in our physical bodies, right? Not getting lost up in our heads and our anxieties about the future and our ruminations on the past, but it grounds us in the now. And this is something that you can do yourself. You can do it at work. You can do it under your desk. It's just it's a strategy to keep in your toolbox and to let yourself know, let your brain and body know that you are okay. Yep. And so, yeah, so let's get into it. Coach Tommy.
You know what that reminded me of?
Huh.
Oh God, what was his name? The picture of the guy with the based on the brain and the
The
homunculus
homunculus. Yeah.
who has that big hands with a big tongue.
Mhm. Yes. We learned about that in neurology in speech language pathology school.
All right, so today we are doing our lesson on indirect bullying, rumors, and gossip. I'm gonna get my screen share going. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet. Let's get this going. Um, so by now you have talked about a few different types of bullying, mostly direct bullying, the verbal, the physical, those kinds of bullying that are like face to face. Today we're talking about the relational or social kinds of uh, uh, bullying, which is, spreading rumors or talking about people behind each other's back. So we're going to talk about what rumors and gossip are, why people spread rumors and gossip, and then how you can avoid being the target of rumors and gossip as well. So, you know, Mara, when I ask my students what people tell them to do when they are a victim of rumors and gossip, do you know what they most like more often than not they tell me?
They say to confront this person.
Oh yeah, some of them might say that. Also, I've heard a lot of ignore it, right?
Oh, true that.
Right. And you know, I don't really think that either of those are very effective, right?
Mm-mm.
And um s- both of those can kind of increase the behavior too. So we want, what I really like about this lesson is that it's got a really good strategy when it comes to combating being being a recurring victim of rumors and gossip. So the first thing that you want to do is, when you're trying to manage rumors and gossip, is that you want to avoid being friends with people who gossip. Mara, do you have an idea why it might be a good idea to avoid those people?
Uh, well, because if you are trying to be friends with those people, you're going to be considered a gossip, right? Because we're, judged by the company we keep.
Yep, 100%, right? Like,
Mm,
um, people, if you are hanging around other people who are gossiping, people are going to assume that you are participating in that gossip. And we don't want to be enemies with the people that gossip either, right? We want to kind of have like stay below the radar with them. We want to not bring attention to ourselves. And so by being an enemy with that person, it's going to increase their frustration and anger with you. And so then the thing that they're going to do is um get like produce more rumors and gossip about you.
mm,
You really want to just be neutral. Like I said, under that radar. You don't want to draw attention to yourself from those people who are spreading the rumors and gossip that you know that are doing that pretty often. Finally, if you don't want to be, um, the victim of rumors and gossip, you also have to not engage in that behavior too. And sometimes I see that being a really difficult part for a lot of my students, recognizing that, oh, well, I'm engaging in this behavior too.
mm,
Well, when you engage in that behavior, other people are going to do the same thing back at you, right? It's kind of like tit for tat is what they say, and
mm.
it's not great, but it's what happens.
It is.
So, yep, like we said, we most people are told not to do anything or to confront the person, but we just really we want to keep that low key. We want to stay out of their sight, out of their mind. Um, but what is the natural, like, what do people typically just like they hear somebody spreading rumors about them, and so what is the first thing that people tend to do? They come they try to deny it. They're like, no,
Mhm.
no, that's not me.
Yep.
Well, you know if I deny the rumor, kind of has this like opposite effect with people where they start believing the rumor. So Coach Mara, I just want you to deny the rumor, okay?
Okay.
All right, I hear that Mara really, like, she says she's a gardener, but she actually goes to buy the produce at the store and then fakes it as her own food.
What? That is totally ridiculous. Come to my house. Check out my garden. You'll see that that is what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you are, Mara. You know, by denying the rumor, it makes it sound like it's plausible that it could actually be true.
Mhm.
So we don't even want to acknowledge it, right? We don't want to go to the person that, if I was bringing that rumor to Mara, she wouldn't want to go to the person that I heard it from. She just wants to stop it right there.
Right.
So we're going to avoid the sources of the people who gossip, which in this case could be me too, right?
Mhm.
So Mara knows that there is this ridiculous rumor about her not growing fruits and vegetables out on the street. What she needs to do is just act like it's preposterous that that would be something somebody would think, right?
Mhm.
Um, you know, it says act amazed or cared that anybody would amazed that anybody would believe or care about it, right? You could say something like, people are so gullible, or yeah, I don't know why people are so focused on me, right? Anything that, as you can see in both of those situations, Mara's not talking about the garden that she has out in the yard. Obviously, she's talking about the believability of the rumor. More phrases. Can you believe anybody cares about that? People need to get a life. But we really just want to make sure that it's not the rumor that we care about, like the content of the rumor that we care about. We care about the fact that anybody believes this rumor. um
Yeah.
so um there's two kind of situations that could happen. One, there's somebody that comes to you with the rumor, and that's what you would do within that situation. Where in that where I came to Mara, and I'm like, Mara, I heard you're not growing your own vegetables. She would, act like that rumor was just totally out of left field. But now, let's say I'm a trusted friend, and I'm like, hey, Mara, you know, there are people talking about you, and it's not, I definitely know it's not true, but it's, people are talking, and they're saying that your food is not authentic, that you are not growing those vegetables. So now in
Mhm.
this situation, what Mara is going to do is she's going to grab a trusted friend. That could be me. It could be somebody else, but somebody that she knows will go along with this. And we are going to find a group of people who might be spreading that rumor, right? Who might overhear this rumor about Mara, and we're gonna talk about this rumor. We're gonna spread this rumor about Mara. Isn't that crazy? It sounds crazy to say it this way, but we're gonna be a little loud, which I'm really good about being loud. Let me tell you. And we're gonna talk in front of these people, and Mara's gonna come to me. Mara, what are you gonna say?
Um, so Tommy, have you heard this ridiculous rumor that I am lying about the fact that I grow my own food?
I can't believe anybody would believe that. If people are just so gullible, Mara. If
I
they're
know.
talking about you, that just means you're on their mind.
That's right. And at the same time, maybe they should get a life and find something else to talk about.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
So in the situation, Mara acknowledged that there's this rumor out there about me. She didn't try to deny that that she doesn't grow her vegetables. She says there is a rumor that I don't grow vegetables. And then me as a supportive friend, I'm like, man, we're going to attack the believability of the rumor, and that is what's effective, because now what is the new rumor going to be? That the original rumor was just BS, a crock of baloney, a baloney.
Mhm.
And so this is a strategy that works. And it's not something that comes, like I said, our first instinct is to deny the plausibility of it, right? And so we've got to like slow down in these moments, right? If we know that somebody is spreading a rumor or gossip about us, before we can do all of this, we have to regulate ourselves.
Mm,
And so I'm surprised that they don't have number one, keep your cool in
keep your
both
cool.
of these. But it's really like that's one of the key strategies to this. Now, is a rumor or gossip going to hurt? Totally. And that is
Oh
valid,
yeah. Oh,
right?
totally. Mm,
But we're going to use our best acting skills so that we can go out there and keep our composure while attacking the believability of the rumor. So here's a couple of examples real quick before we take off. Um, and this first one, I just want you to watch Alina and how, at first it seems like, okay, that's a rumor, but then it's like, oh, girl.
yeah. Let's take a look.
Oh my god, Allison, did you hear that rumor that I have a crush on James?
Yeah, I did hear that.
That is so not true. I mean, he's like not even my type at all. You know my type. It's like tall and dark hair. He's none of that. And we have no common interests. Like, it's so not true.
I mean, yeah, if you say so.
Like, who would believe that? That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
At first, Allison was probably like, okay, that seems reasonable. But
Yeah.
then it just started sounding more and more like Lena's got a big old crush, right?
Totally.
And
Yeah.
it might be true. It might not be true. And you know what? That's what I like about this strategy is that it doesn't matter if the rumor is true or not. If you don't want people talking about you, that's reasonable. And
Hmm.
so um and in this situation, you don't even have to lie, right? You just got to acknowledge the rumor. So let's watch them handle it with a strategy.
So, Allison, did you hear that rumor that I have a crush on James?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Like, seriously, who would believe that?
Seriously, I don't know.
Like, by the way, find something more interesting to talk about.
I know, right?
I mean, people need to get a life.
Really.
Like, get a hobby or something.
They really do.
So lame.
So.
So that's my favorite part.
So,
So
yeah.
but as you can see, it's the same rumor, but by attacking the rumor itself and not the content of the rumor, it changed the believability of the rumor itself. And, maybe Alina does have a crush.
Right.
She
Doesn't even matter if it's true or not.
right.
Hmm. Yeah. Because if it is true, then you're going to be amazed that people care about it, right? And if it's not true, you're going to be amazed that people actually believe that stuff.
Yeah. Or even bored, right? Like, whatever. This
Mm,
people are so mundane.
yeah. But people talk about each other as, why do people talk about each other, Tommy?
It's actually a safety mechanism too, right?
Hmm.
You
And
know,
it's like a form of social, cohesion.
yeah.
Hmm.
The reality is that we're all guilty of participating in this behavior from time to time, and sometimes it helps keep us safe, but it also sometimes is a social way of isolating or hurting somebody.
It is. So we do, this is a strategy that works really well. So it is a great idea to practice this. And we recommend that our teens or young adults practice this using something absurd,
Right.
right? Like,
As you
yeah.
can see, the vegetable example I did with Mara, that's preposterous, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it is. And something just like really silly, like, I heard that Joe still sleeps with a teddy bear, something just really dumb. And that way, uh, Joe can be like, oh, well, oh, yeah, can you believe people actually believe that? Yeah, so it's good to practice that skill. And
Real quick, that reminds me, when I was doing this with my students once and I was coming up with a preposterous statement, I was like, I heard you like to watch Barney. And they had never heard of Barney. And I was like, oh my gosh, my
oh my God, we're so old.
age.
Oh my gosh, old as the hills. And Tommy, can we stop people from talking about us?
No, that's a really good point, Mara. We can only control what we do, right?
Hmm.
And what other people do, that's what they're gonna do. You can only, you can feel your feelings about it, but we
Yes.
want we want to um we want to keep ourselves regulated in those moments so that we don't have, our first instinct is in this situation is to deny the rumor, but then
Hmm.
that backfires. So we've got to keep calm. We've got to really like use these strategies that we've been learning.
Yeah. I mean, and will we get dysregulated at times?
Okay.
Oh yeah, we will. I mean, if we didn't, we wouldn't be alive. Because that's life. It will happen. You'll try to keep your cool and then you'll not be able to, right? But in that instance, you want to have a lot of compassion for yourself,
Mhm.
and a lot of love for yourself because again, you're not for everyone and everyone is not for you. Do you like everyone, Tommy? No.
Absolutely not.
No, me neither. Does everyone like you?
Woo! Well, I am a specific flavor that
You
people
are a
like.
specific flavor. You know, I mean, you're totally my flavor. And, and I'm lucky to know you, but not everyone thinks that.
Right.
Yeah. What
And
can we
that's
do
how it
about
is.
that?
Nothing. And
Nothing.
there's a person named RuPaul who is a famous drag queen, and one of her quotes that she says that just totally sits with me is, "What other people's opinion of me is none of my business," uh,
That's right.
because I can't do anything about it.
No, no, you just have to turn towards the people who see you, who feel you, who get you. And you need to make those relationships stronger. And what has happened for you through IRL social skills is guess what? You have built community. Yep. You have done that hard work. And it's pretty awesome what happens with our students at IRL is, you know what? They do keep in touch with each other. They do continue to practice the skills of trading information, of developing trusted, intimate relationships that are in real life, even if it is, via video, it's still face to face. It's still interbrain connectivity. And, and we need each other. So we have the empathy of the shared experience that we can draw on, meaning you're like, oh, this is hard for you. It's hard for me too. Let's talk about it. Right. And do you want to stop sharing your screen, Tommy? Is there anything more to that deck?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Forgot
Nice.
that I was shared.
Oh, yeah. um, and yeah, any last words before we
No, but I'm sure that I am missing y'all really a whole lot right now. But I hope you are living it up.
Yeah. And some of you have already started school. Some of you are getting ready to start school. Yeah, and just remember to, you know, to just make sure that the relationships that you have cultivated, that you maintain them, and that includes the relationship that you have with yourself, right? Because that's the most important relationship that you're ever going to have. Yeah.
It's the only person you can't get rid of, right?
Yeah, I know. Yes.
That's with me.
Yep. Yeah. It's and to love yourself is the beginning of a lifelong affair.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Stop that.